We're back. Okay, actually, we're not back, but I used to. Okay, fuck. This is such a bad. See, this is like. Okay, basically, the intro I'm about to do now is basically the exact opposite of what you should probably do. But here goes nothing, I guess. So this is gonna be. I'm gonna try and make a podcast now. No one is listening. That's a good thing. See, I know that no one is gonna listen to this episode, so that's a good thing. So I feel like I have nothing to lose really here. But I always wanted to like make a podcast, even though I have actually made a podcast before, but that was like with someone else, and I can already feel the dynamic is kind of weird doing this alone. Like I'm fucking completely alone. Like I used to fucking stream, and it's so different. I feel like it's easier maybe to stream, but it's a lot less, or it's a lot more work. I feel like, even though I feel like so this is my attempt at doing a podcast. I feel like podcasts might actually be like streaming, but easier. Because when I used to stream, I had to like do fucking 8 hours of fucking stream. No, what am I saying? 8 hours. Like 4 hours usually is what I used to stream, right? And it's so much. But like, I mean, doing a podcast, it's so much easier. I can do it whenever I want. There's no pressure. I can just turn it on, boom, and just do it for however long I want. I have no idea how long this shit is going to be. The 2 podcasts I made before with someone else was like fucking an hour, but we're gonna see. Okay, but this is a horrible fucking start. I don't even know what I'm yapping about. Basically, I should probably do an introduction actually. See, this is how the real pros would have done it. But before I do this introduction, actually I'm gonna do the introduction first, so I actually seem a semi-professional here, I'm trying to just not seem super fucking amateur and like fucking dog shit, you know what I mean? So who the fuck am I? Okay, I'm just gonna quickly I'm a fucking idiot from Norway, North Norway to be specific. It's very important, I feel like, to always say North Norway. When people ask me where I'm from, it's always like, I feel like saying Norway, that's like, I gotta adjust my mic, see, this is professional stuff. Okay, so all the fucking bad stuff is gonna happen the first podcast, and the rest is gonna be fucking golden, Okay, so basically, I already got a drink. Holy shit. Oh. Okay, so basically, like I said, I feel like when I say that I'm from Norway, people automatically think like, oh, he's from Oslo or like down south. Because I think 90% or I would say like 80% maybe. This is a wild guess, by the way, but I think it's maybe something here. Like 80% of Norway, I think, lives below, like from the middle and below, But on the north side of Norway, there's like barely fucking any people live there. Mostly because like North Norway is like fucking, it's just mountains and fjords and fucking, it's not a lot of cities. It's a lot of tiny cities far apart, spread all over, But when you go to South Norway, it's like the middle of South Norway, I think it's like a huge rock almost. And then around the coast, that's where everybody lives. I feel like that's how it is in most countries, isn't it? Like, isn't it like in every single country, there's always the big cities, and where most people live is like along the coast. Is there a reason for that? Like, I know a lot of places, I think like Australia is like first comes to my mind, and America. Isn't it like, okay, maybe not in America, but I'm thinking like, maybe it's because in the middle, or actually, isn't it just because it's just so much mountains most of the time it's in the middle of countries? It's just like nothing there. It's like farms and stuff, right? I feel like that's kind of how it is. By the way, I gotta check if I'm actually recording. Okay. You see, I'm actually fucking it. I swear to God, if I recorded this whole thing and then I was like, oh, this went pretty well, and then I figured out I didn't record it, dude. Fucking hell. But that would have been that would actually have been a good thing, because then I would have learned from the beginning, If let's say I end up doing 100 episodes, it's way better it happening in the first one, right, than the fucking 100. I guess, right? I don't fucking know. But anyway, and then, what was I saying? I'm from North Norway, and the thing with North Norway, also something else, kind of like a little out there, but I realized also I was talking to someone. So I'm so like right now. Okay, I'm to describe the scenery right now. It's 27th November right now, yeah, and it's like So in November in Norway, or at least North Norway, it's very snowy already, or it's not actually that snowy yet, but it's very cold. Like today, for example, like, okay, right now, it's like 8 p.m. now. I'm looking at the weather thing in front of me. It's 16.6 minus out, you know? So it's quite cold, and it's so weird because I feel like this is, I don't know if I'm tripping or something, but I've been looking at the fucking weather app like every day, I feel like, for the past 5 days. I usually look at the weather app every day, no matter what, but I feel like for the past 5 days, I feel like I've always seen like, oh, the next day is gonna be warm. It feels like it's been like that every day. But I swear it's been 15 minus every single day now for the past 5 days, or like between 10 and 15. I swear, and I swear to God, every day it says the next day it's gonna be pretty mild. It's gonna be like 5 minus, but it ends up being like almost 20, fucking every time. And I swear, I know weather apps are a little unpredictable, but I feel like they're usually predictable. But I don't know if I'm tripping or if it's actually been like this. Because I fucking hell, I swear. It's so weird. And also, what I was going to say is what I realized about up here is that I was talking to someone from England, right? And I was like, this is a bit weird because like they're from like South England. And like, I'm like, yeah, England is pretty far north. It's not far north, but it's like, it's not in fucking equator, right? So I was thinking like, okay, asking like, oh yeah, have you guys gotten snow yet? And it's like, snow? It's like, bruh, last year it didn't even snow. I was like, what? I didn't realize that in like South England and places like that, like I think South England is on like online with north of France and Germany, and like don't all those people get snow? Like I didn't understand. And then we started talking a bit, and then I realized that snow is actually super rare almost these days. Like obviously I get snow fucking like there's snow. I have more snow than not snow days up here during a year, you know, in where I live. But it's I kind of knew it obviously, but it was like I didn't know it was that bad. But then I started thinking about it, and it kind of made a little bit sense because I know in like South Norway there are like places there, or like they keep saying in South Norway like, oh, now it's snowing and there's a lot of snow here, blah blah blah. And then you look at the pictures, it's like fucking hell, it's almost fucking jack shit snow, you know? It's like it's nothing. But for them it's like, oh yeah, lots of snow, you know. And then it's like, then you come up here and it's like, Jesus, you know, it's like a different land. Like fucking people that I also show, like I tell them, oh yeah, I live here, and they're like, they always are like, oh fucking hell, you live in the North Pole and blah blah blah. They always say this shit. And I realized today I was watching a random ass video that popped up on my YouTube feed, not my fee, my YouTube feed about my city. And I just, you know, when I see something about Norway or my city, especially my city, because my city is so fucking small that you never see anything about it. And I was like, oh fucking hell, what is this? Clicked it, and to sum it up, it was just some fucking about this place. I live like right next to Russia, and it was like super over dramatic, blah blah blah. But whatever. What they said in this video is that that I didn't realize is that the city I live in is actually closer to the North Pole than we are to Oslo, which is the capital of Norway. So my city is in Norway. My city, for instance, it's called Kirkenes, or Kirkenes, as all these fucking English people say it, you know, and it's very far north. And like I said, it's like I live 10 minutes away from Russia and about how long, like around 30 minutes, 35 minutes away from Finland. So I live like right next to these, like my city is like a border city basically, but it's very far north. It's almost as north as you can get. And and living like, and I never realized that I live so close to the North Pole. But then again, when I kind of sometimes look at a map, it's like, whoa, shit. I kind of like realize how far north up I live, but you know, I kind of just don't realize it. I'm gonna look at a map now. What the fuck? The Google Maps is like fucking Oh wait, is this because okay, you guys can't even see this, but like I opened Google Maps and it's like all very bright blue. Is this because it's winter now? I don't know. I don't know. But let me actually. No, wait. Hold on. I'm looking at Google Maps now. By the way, this is horrible podcast because no one is going to see what I'm doing. I could do a video podcast technically, and just show everything I'm doing. But then it would be a little bit. I want to try and not do that. But wait. So I'm gonna have to check something real quick because I think that might be a lie. The thing I said about North Pole. Where is actually the North Pole? Like where? I'm looking at them. I don't know where is the North Pole. The North Pole is nothing, right? The North Pole is just ocean. It's not like the South Pole because the South Pole is actually on Antarctica, like on land or on ice. I don't know what the fuck you want to say, but it's just ocean. Wait. Oh wait, no, there's no wait. I'm measuring right now, and there's no way that that must have been some false information or something. Like how the fucking okay, I'm not gonna stop talking about this. This is horrible. But basically, now that I'm looking at the map, it looks like North Pole is actually not closer. But these guys said it. It's even on a sign. 10, 15 minute, or actually, it's like 20, 30-minute drive away from here. It's a sign that says that we are closer to the North Pole right now than you are to Oslo, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I can believe that. But fuck it. I'm just gonna believe it. I usually trust whatever I hear. I'm kind of like that guy actually. Like if I see a video, I hear a fact, I'm instantly like, that's the truth. Like I don't even double check if it indeed is a fact or not, But that's just how it is. That's just how I roll. And right now, oh my god, I'm starting to feel a little bad. But so here's the thing. I feel like I cut a lot, do I? I feel like I had like 5 topics already in the span of 10 minutes or something. But basically, okay, wait, actually, hold on 2 seconds. Oh. I know this is a podcast where I can just technically cut, but I'm going to do this as live as possible. So what I was going to say also is that this is actually kind of a horrible time to start a podcast. Thing here is, I don't know if you can hear it. Okay, obviously, if this is the first time you hear my voice, it probably isn't. Like, what are the chances of someone watching this episode? If I end up posting this episode, the first ever episode of this podcast, what are the chances that someone is going to see this as their first ever? Like, no one is going to see this. Like, where the fuck? I don't even know. I think I'm going to upload it to YouTube, right? Like, who the fuck is going to see it? But like, no matter what, like, my voice. Oh Jesus, my voice right now sounds to me very weird because talking about cold, like I just did. I have a cold right now. Kind of. It's almost completely gone now. But the thing is, I went out for a run fucking 5 days ago, something. Right? I hadn't done a run during the winter yet because I've been mostly working out like lifting at home. I'm getting a fucking huge. I actually started lifting like 4 months ago or something. It's not, by the way, guys, I'm not huge. Like muscly. I recently started working out, I'm one of those. I'm probably gonna quit. I'm probably gonna end up quitting after like a certain amount of time. But right now, I've been working out the longest I've ever done it before. And I am fucking set that I'm gonna work out for at least a year. And then we'll see. But talking about this other thing, the cold, I feel like I get fucking distracted too much. I feel like I should have had. It would have been nice to actually have someone else to do a podcast with that could be more control stuff, choose the topics, more like control the flow. Now that I'm sitting here, it's just going to be fucking boom, boom, boom. This topic, boom, 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 But, whatever. So, the cold, I feel like I've mentioned this so many times now. This cold that I have, I got it from fucking running it wasn't that cold even. It was like 12 minus. But like I said, it was the first run, or it's 12 minus Celsius, I should probably say that, so people don't think it's Fahrenheit. But even though, like, how cold? 12 Fahrenheit, that's hotter. No, Is that hotter or colder than 12 Celsius? I don't know. The only thing I know is like they meet at 40 minus, isn't it? Like 40 minus Fahrenheit and Celsius is like the same thing, or around 40. I think to be exact, it's like 39 something. Should I Google it? No, I'm okay. I feel like I want to Google it while I'm doing a podcast, but I feel like I should just say what I think and then let people take that information and do whatever they want with it. I'm not going to give any facts here. That's just, I was about to Google it, but I'm not going to do it. I think it's around 39 to 40 Celsius. That's where it meets, but whatever. So I went for a run and fucking hell, I swear to God, I got a cold, but at least it wasn't that bad of a cold. But what also happened during this fucking cold I got, I swear, I fucking woke up on fucking, what day is it? I woke up on Saturday, you know. I already had a cold. I think when did I do the run? Like Wednesday or Tuesday? Or Thursday? No, Thursday, I mean. Wednesday or Thursday? Why is Thursday and Tuesday almost the same name? It's so confusing. Like Thursday, Tuesday. I always have to like think. The way I know the difference between Tuesday and Thursday is because I know Taco Tuesday. And Taco Tuesday is like the first Tuesday, and the second Thursday is the one before Friday. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. But whatever. And then now I gotta figure out what I was gonna say. Yeah, I went for a run then. So I woke up on Saturday, and fucking hell, my neck. I don't even know. I feel like most people have gotten this because I've had this before, but it's very rare. It's like it's only happened a few times to me before. But it's this thing with my neck. You know, I woke up, and the side of my neck. At first, I was like, "Oh my god, my right side of my neck is like super stiff." And it hurt a bit when I was trying to move it and stuff. So I was like, "Jesus, I'd probably just have to stretch it and warm it up a bit, and it will be good." But like, it did not get good. Like my neck just fucking completely got fucked up. You know, it hurts. Like I couldn't like bend it sideways. Like if I bend it to the right, it's like. It's so fucking painful. Like I still have it right now, but it's better now. But it's so fucking annoying. And it's like I said, I don't know how this fucking even happened. And I know it's happened before. I remember one time I went on holiday, and this was when I was very little though. And I remember I think the first day when I was on holiday. This was like we were in. This was when we were in Mallorca, you know. And I remember I woke up like the first day, I think, after we got there, and I couldn't move my neck. My neck, it felt like I had a neck brace on me because it was so stiff. And if I tried to move it, it hurt like fucking crazy. Because I think it's because I had been sitting still on a plane for so long. And then we got off the plane. I went to the pool probably and fucking went crazy and whipped my neck and shit. So like my neck just got so fucked. But this time I'd just been sleeping, and I woke up and it was like this, and it's so bad. Also, the thing is, because now I have to stop working out, but that's not, you know, it's like, yeah, I have to stop working out, but now I also get time to do other stuff. But I had this neck pain while I had a cold, and while it's been snowing like crazy outside, so I have to fucking shovel snow and shit. What with this fucking neck that's just fucked. And I was gonna start the snowplower yesterday, and my neck had been healing a bit, and I had this thing where you have to pull it, like there's this, you have to pull this wire like to like start the snowplower. So I was like, but I'd also have an electric starter, but then I have to like grab a cable, like a extension cable, and plug it in to 30 volt, and then hold the button. But like I didn't have that. Like usually I just drag it. So I did do it and it worked fine. But then all of a sudden, like I felt my neck when I did one of those pulls, and it was like, oh, it was not good. And then I was like, fuck, I've been like healing my neck, and then now I just undid all the healing and I started from scratch again. But now it's been healing for 1 day since then, and now it's back to how it was like before that, basically. And then I had to fucking do all the snow plowing, and oh my god, I had to fucking shovel snow and shoot, do my thing. I did because it had been snowing like on Friday, on Saturday, and I did this on Saturday, and then come inside. I finished Formula One. It was the last race of the season now. Also, fucking Max Verstappen dominated this season so much. I'm a Max Verstappen fan, but I gotta say, I would like a little bit of a challenge. Like, I feel like even Max Verstappen didn't even like this season because it was so easy. Obviously, he probably feels good about winning it and stuff, but I mean, I swear, it's so... I wish there was a little bit of a fight there, But I did all the snow thing, went in, and I swear to God, the weather app, again, the trusty weather app, look at it, not gonna snow. What did happen after, like an hour after I had been shoveling all the snow? It started snowing like fucking crazy. While it was like fucking 12, 14 minus. And it's so weird because that never happens. I don't know if people that doesn't live in places where it snows, basically to explain it, when it's very cold or colder than 10 minus, for example, it almost never snows. It usually only snows when it's very mild out. So it was really cold and snowing like crazy. It was like the fucking weirdest thing. And then and then everything was fucked, and I had to fucking shovel all the snow in the morning and fucking die, Oh, I need another ship. Oh. But yeah, that's basically how my wonderful life is going. Oh, and also another thing, now that it's November, you know what? My face, I've been thinking, should I like take a picture of me as the thumbnail of this podcast? Because right now, I look fucking insane right now. I have the longest hair I have almost ever had. I have a mustache that I grow a mustache actually every November because of this whole, this Movember thing, Man's Health Day, blah blah blah. You gotta grow a mustache. I feel like I've almost had it as like a tradition. I think I've been growing a mustache every November for like the past at least 5 years, I think. And I am 27 years old, by the way. I should probably also, I feel like I haven't given any information at all to who I am. People that are listening to this are like, oh yeah, okay. But then again, like I said, no one is going to listen to the first episode ever. So I could just handle this as like acting as this is like my 100th episode, acting as if everyone knows who I am or knows who I am, But yeah. But see, and now I lost what the fuck I was saying again. And the my mustache. Yeah, I look fucking crazy. But because it's December soon, it's actually only a few days till December. Oh my god. It's like, oh my god, it's like fucking on Friday, it's December 1st. Okay, this weekend I'm gonna shave my head, or not completely shave it, but I'm gonna cut my hair very short and shave obviously my mustache away, and I'm gonna look like a fucking kid. Because right now I look fucking insane. But yeah, and like I said, fucking hell, it's almost December. I just realized I haven't bought. Black Friday was this fucking weekend. No, this weekend that was. Or, I mean, it was the whole week. Fucking whole month, I don't know. I feel like Black Friday is like such a... I gotta be honest here. I used to fucking... I think I've like used to scout Black Friday or Black Week. I've been doing it every year for like... since I was probably 18. Probably for the last 10 years, I've been like scouting before and like preparing to shop stuff, But I feel like it's gotten so, like the sales are so bad and the whole thing is just a shit show now, I feel like. So this year, I didn't do shit. I didn't even look at a single website, a single Black Friday deal. I have actually no idea what was on sale, because the thing is, it's so annoying because before... And when I'm saying before, I mean like 5+ years ago, when you saw a Black Friday sale, like 50% off on this TV, it's like you know it's a good deal almost every single time. Nowadays, you go to Black Friday, you see a fucking sale, you have to like you look at it and it's like, oh, it looks good, but you have to do a background check on that sale. You have to like look at the prices. You have to like look at the what is it called, like the historics of the price to see what the price of this product has been throughout the year. And because, you know, obviously, like most of you know, they obviously like a few months before they bump the price up and then, you know, obviously take it down on Black Friday. And I think in Norway there's a rule that you're allowed to do this, but you have to do it, I think you have to do it 2 months. You can't like change the price that much in like, it has to be in the span of like 2 months, I think, or something like that. I know there's a rule like that, but zip, there's a rule or something like that. But because of this whole thing, because of so bad it is, and like this is like, obviously this is one of the problems, but the other problem is genuinely that the sales that actually are legit sales are dog shit. I feel like Black Friday is just such a weird thing, and I feel like it just ruins everything. I mean, like, it used to be good, but nowadays I feel like most fucking stores, I just feel forced to fucking put their prices down and like catch on with it, blah blah blah, but whatever. But I'm not gonna talk that more about it because I feel like it's boring talking about Black Friday sales. I mean, who the fuck? I mean, first, okay, first of all though, I feel like everything I say will be boring, but talking about Black Friday sales, I feel like that's something everybody does too. I feel like it's such a thing, like every single year, there are certain things, for example, like Black Friday, that every year it rolls around, people come out, they talk about Black Friday, oh, the sales are so bad, it's not worth it. You see, I did just that right now, you know. I did it, but this is my first time doing it on the podcast, so I'm allowed to do it, you know. Next year, I'm not doing it, but next year, this podcast probably doesn't exist, you know. So come listen while you got the chance. Okay, this is, I feel like I'm getting cringier by the moment now. Hopefully, I will like turn it around at some point, you know. But yeah, well, actually, I should actually, now that I have everything, I should probably do a it's like 30 minutes in. Now I think I should do a more proper introduction. I'm doing it now. Okay, so this is by the way, like I said earlier, this is like the opposite of a recipe of how you should do a podcast or a first episode podcast. I'm going to do the introduction now. I think that, you know, so basically, because now the few people that has listened so far, I feel are worthy to know who I am, you know? That's why I don't introduce myself in the beginning. And everything I just said is actually bullshit. Like, I didn't, obviously, because I kind of forgot about it. But, what is my name? I guess most people call me Apo. That's like my online name. My online name is technically Apobex, or I say Apobex. But everybody just says Apo to me. But my fucking real name, guys, listen carefully. It's actually Martin. Is that how you say it in English? Martin. I feel like people in English, they don't have that R, you know, they just say Martin. They say it like, wait, hold on. They say it like Martin, don't they? Like, especially like British people, it's like Martin. But in Norway, it's more like Martin. It's so weird. That's the proper way to say it, by the way. You say Martin, not Martin. By the way, I have incredible accents. You guys are probably gonna hear it later at some point, but I have incredible accents, especially my British accent. I feel like my accent is actually, the English accent I have right now is, I feel like it's a tiny bit British. Sometimes it turns a bit more British than it usually is. It's kind of weird. Like, I have a few words that are more British, but then again, I have also stuff that's a bit more American, you know? My American accent is horrible, by the way. I don't know why. I don't know what accent I actually have. I've actually heard, it's kind of weird, because English people that speak English, when they hear my accent, like how I speak right now, they think that they usually say that they usually realize that I'm not English. Like my native language is not English. But people that are not native English, they always think I am English. Like literally, they always think I'm fucking Brit. Like most people think I'm American for some fucking reason. That hear my voice for the first time, and if they're not English native speakers, they're always like, "Oh, are you American or something?" It's like fuck no, I'm not. I'm not fucking American. And then they usually guess British, but it's like, I mean, come on. But then again, I do understand it a little bit because I don't have that fucking crazy ass Norwegian accent, like a lot of people have. Like the Norwegian accent is so funny because it's like I feel like I'm just sitting there and I'm like, how the fuck are people able to speak English with such a heavy accent? Like the Norwegian accent is like, I think most people know how it is. It's like it's kind of like this. They speak with they have like these pauses, and it's very up and down when they speak. And yes, it sounds just very weird. It's kind of like Swedish too. Like Swedish and Norwegian are very similar when they speak English. You see, like that's how fucking that's like an example of a very heavy Norwegian / Swedish accent. I feel like they're very similar, Danish might be a little bit similar, but I think they're a little bit more on the fucked up side, because obviously everybody knows that Danish is a fucked up language. Like so if people for people that don't know, like Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish are very similar languages, but I think Sweden and Norway can agree that Denmark is the most fucked up language. But it's also kind of weird because like Norwegian. So listen. Now I'm gonna give you guys a real lesson here. Like this is for people that are not Scandinavian. This is a real good lesson here. This is a real good introduction to my whole philosophy. This is like the reason I live is because of this. It's because of Scandinavia, and my hate for the Danish language is literally what keeps me filled with energy throughout the day. But so basically, to explain this, Norwegian and Danish are basically the exact same language when you write it. Like if you read Danish and Norwegian, it's basically the same. Like most of the time, if you look at let's say you fucking have a product, like you know when you have like a manual, right? And there's like a shit ton of different languages, right? You have English, French, German, Russian, then you have Swedish, and then you have a label that's called Norwegian / Danish. Like Norwegian and Danish are usually in the same tab because it's such a similar language, and the few words that are different, they just do like for example, the Norwegian word first, and then they do / and then they do the Danish word. That's basically, like, if you look at a fucking label one time, you can instantly just look for Norway or Norwegian, and you will see that it's written along with Denmark most of the time on like small little like instructions and stuff, Obviously, the very big manuals is usually separate, but on very like small descriptive stuff, like on the back of a fucking fucking milk carton or something. I don't even know. That's not. What am I saying? That's not fucking sweet bunch. There's not like 10 languages on a milk carton. What am I saying? But you know what I mean. Not the fucking milk carton, but anything else. So that's basically how it is. And then you have Sweden. Sweden is kind of like its own thing, right? Sweden doesn't really have anything in common with Denmark and Norwegian, but wait for Sweden. I forgot to explain Denmark. So basically, I said that Denmark and Norwegian are the same thing, right? But when it comes to speaking the language, Denmark sounds like Denmark sounds absolutely horrid. It's the same thing as like let's pretend now that I'm speaking English, let's pretend this is Norwegian, right? And if you would have a Danish version of English, kind of, you know, if we had been like this, they would have fucking, they would have something stuck up in their throat, and you know, that's basically how Danish is for you. They basically, there's this saying that Denmark speaks with a fucking potato stuck in their throat, which is pretty accurate, you know. It sounds fucked up. So that's like the big difference. And like I said, oh shit. What the fuck was that? I actually, sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know if you will be able to hear that, but I accidentally hit play on my Spotify. Could you guess what song that was, if you could hear it? If you couldn't hear it, that was On the Floor by Jennifer Lopez. Wow. And Pitbull, actually. But yeah, like I said, Sweden is its own thing. But the thing is, Norwegians can understand Swedish a lot better, or most of the time better, than Swedes can understand Norwegian. I don't know why that is. I think it's just because Norwegian is a very... I mean, this might be very biased of me, but I think Norwegian is very like... how do you say it? It's like very in the middle. It's very like in the middle, and it's easy to understand everything around you. But Sweden is like on the side, you know? So it's they're not in the middle there, so it's a bit harder for them to understand. Like, and also obviously for Norwegians, it's probably easier to understand Danish than it is for Swedes. Oh yeah, it's by like I think Swedes understanding Danish is like impossible, if I would guess, or maybe not. I think it depends, because like Sweden, if you live very close to the border, you would understand it more based off exposure to it, you know. Oh, but yeah, oh my god, I feel like my throat is actually starting to almost give in. So I might only have a few fucking moments left before I fucking die and lose my voice. But yeah, and that's basically Scandinavia explained. Because I think, wait, hold on, like Norway, Sweden, and Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. That's the only countries in Scandinavia. Yeah. And then you have the Nordic, that's like also Finland. But, and by the way, guys, Finland, in case people think Finland is very similar to the other Scandinavian languages, let me just tell, Finland is a whole nother ballpark. Like, Finland is closer to Russian than it is to Norwegian, I would say. Like, it's a whole different ballpark. And but Iceland, on the other hand, Icelandic, that's more like, that has like, it's very different. Very, very different. I can't understand any Icelandic, but there are a few words here and there that are the exact same as in Norwegian. It's kind of weird listening, because I watched a few Icelandic shows, like TV shows, and like it's just gibberish, and not understanding a clue, and then all of a sudden there's like one word that sounds exactly the same as in Norwegian, and it's like, whoa. Oh, listen to that, you know, that was a Norwegian word, you know, it's so weird. So I feel like, but then again, I think Icelandic is like the closest you can get to like the origin of all the languages in Scandinavia. Like Icelandic is like the closest you get to the Viking language, I think, if I'm not totally wrong, you know. I think they're like the closest to like the whole that whole shenanigans thing, you know. But yeah, so that was that. And then you have so yeah, now I'm done talking about Scandinavia, by the way. Now I gotta take a sip. Oh, and I feel like, and I gotta fucking clean my nose before I don't have any paper. Fuck, this is good. This is very good. So, oh shit, and now my mic is falling off. This is good. Okay. So, and then that was... should I do more introduction, actually? What more can I say about myself? I said that I lived in Norway. Obviously, North Norway, tiny town, Kirkenes. I look fucking crazy with this mustache I have. I'm 27 years old, also, like I said. I feel like I'm pretty old, isn't it? I feel like that's one of the things that like it's starting to get a little bit to me, because I feel like everybody's like, I feel like most obviously, like if you want to like make it in something, it doesn't matter what it is, like gaming or become a musician, become fucking a podcaster even, you know, it's like I feel like most people are very young when they break through, obviously, or when they get started. You know, you never see a fucking 27-year-old pop out their first ever, like just like starting to make music and pop out their first single, and then maybe start to make it, you know, so to speak, you know, at an age of 27 or older. You know, you see that so little. So I feel like the age I'm now, I'm kind of like that age where like I'm done, you know. There's nothing left for me. I didn't make it. You know, it's like the train has passed. I'm now 27. I can't, you know, my future is there is no future anymore, you know. It's I feel like that's how it is, you know. I think it's also because when I was younger, I was constantly like thinking about, okay, now I'm young. Now I have to make big moves, you know. Now I have to set up my life for the next 50 years, you know. But then that's like, I think when you really think about it, that I think no one ever sets up their entire life in that early of an age. Most people that does it has usually had a bit of luck, maybe, or just really been passionate about something. I don't know. It's like, but I basically feel like I'm fucking done, you know. It's like I'm not ready to retire. Obviously, I don't have money enough for that, but you know. Oh yeah, and that also another introduction thing I could say is that obviously my job is not being a podcaster because this is my first episode, but my actual job is also electrician, you know. And that's something I've actually been working as an electrician. Oh fuck, my fucking nose, oh my god, the cold is catching up a little bit now. Oh, so basically, yeah, I've been working since I was I think I was 17 when I first started working, right? Like as an electrician. Oh, wait, was that? Yeah, I was 17. I started like as an apprentice, kind of. It's not the apprentice that Americans and British people talk about. It's more like did actually get a job, kind of. I didn't actually get the full job, but you get like a kind of. I guess it's kind of like an apprenticeship, but it's like I do have. But I think apprenticeship isn't that? I think apprenticeship is like you don't have any experience, or you don't have any education for that job. You just go there to do the thing and get experience, and that's kind of like being your education, kind of, right? But I had a school or high school what is it called, education, to actually be an electrician. But you obviously have to like be a learning period for like 2.5 years. So but whatever, I started that at 17, and I've been working at the exact same company for since I was 17, which is actually 10 years this year. Fucking hell. So I've been working. I've had 2 jobs my entire life. I delivered newspapers when I was like between 15 to 17, I think. And then I started as an electrician, and boom. That's all. I've been doing that ever since. I actually also, fun fact, I have 0 sick days. I've been at work. I have never missed a single day of work for the last 10 years. You know, I'm a fucking, except for one time when I fucking I didn't break my foot. I like fractured it. No, I didn't fracture it. I what's it called? I like damaged it badly, basically. Like I twisted it, and yeah, I twisted my ankle basically, and I had to work on crutches for like 1.5 weeks. That's the only time that I've been away from work, I think, because of sickness. Because the thing is, here's a fun fact. I don't know, it's so weird. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess overall it's a good thing, but it's also a bit weird. But I have never been very sick or sick enough to have to skip work during like a weekday. I always, 100% of all the times I've been sick almost. Oh, fuck me. I have been sick only on weekends. I swear to God, 90% of the time I get sick, I become sick on Friday. So that I am sick, oh shit, during the whole weekend. And then I'm usually healthy enough to go to work on Monday. That's basically my entire life, basically. Like that thing right there. Even during my school years. Oh, fuck. Okay, I might have to end this soon because I'm fucking dying. But basically, even during my school years, I actually have 0 sick days. I even got a fucking... I didn't get a diploma. I got like a fucking award. I didn't get an award, but like the teachers, you know, at the end of the year, they were like saying stuff about all the students. And they said like to me, oh, I had 0 days. I was the only person, I think, there that had 0 days away from school during the 3-year period. Oh, fuck. But yeah, and then yeah, it was kind of funny. And then also I did actually get a diploma when I finished high school. I got a diploma and a check of $500 ish, like 5,000 kroner, which is around $500, because I was best student. But I wasn't actually the best student. Like I didn't have the highest grades. The only reason I got it was because I was the only student that had, guess what? You guessed it, 0 days away. Ever since, it's crazy. When I think about it, it's kind of crazy how I have 0 days away from school, from work, from everything. I have never been away. I am at work and fucking every single day. And then I see people at work now, they're like gone because they're sick or something once a month. You know, like every month they're like something they have to be away from, you know? It's weird. I guess I'm just a fucking superhuman or some shit. Or actually, the real reason I think is because of my parents. Because when I was a kid, obviously, if I wasn't allowed to go. I think a lot of people actually have this, but I wasn't allowed to stay at home from school unless I was literally dying, like straight up dying. That was the only few times I was allowed to be away from school. And if let's pretend I skipped a class or something, my parents would probably end up finding out, and I would probably, get fucked, So I think that's like the reason how it started, and then I just kept it on my mind. Like, even though like right now I could like pretend to be sick, or like I could pretty easily like skip a day of work, but like I just don't. I think it's because of that mentality. I also think my parents has a mentality of like, my parents, now that I talk about it, my parents have actually made me like do a lot of stuff. Like, my parents has this rule: they never drink alcohol, even if it's just one glass. They never drink alcohol if it's work the next day. So I never drink alcohol on I only drink alcohol on Saturdays. No, I mean on Fridays and Saturdays, because I don't have work on Saturday and Sunday, But for example, Sunday is so... I gotta take another sip here. Oh. But on Sundays, I feel like I see in like America and like fucking Australia and shit, it's like that's a day where a lot of times people actually go out, have dinner or something, and they drink beers and stuff. But to me, it's so weird to me. To me, I look at that and I'm like, what? Like, what are they doing? They're drinking on Sunday? It's like work the next day. But I think for a lot of people, that's not a problem. But my brain is just been wired to think that Sundays are no drink, that's not allowed, But oh my god. Okay, I think I have to. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, now for real, I'm gonna have to like end it soon. But Yeah, and then blah 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 blah. There was that drinking thing, blah blah blah. My parents just fucked me up, I guess, or they made me the better version. I don't know, but that doesn't matter. But I think I have to end it because I'm telling you, my fucking throat started to get real fucking dry now. Jesus Christ, and it's not because just dryness; it's because of the sickness combined. Oh my god. I also feel like my energy has been quite low this part. Or I mean, my energy has not been low, but like I feel like my energy is kind of weird right now during this podcast. I feel like it's been going good. What are your guys' conclusion? All you zero ghosts that are listening to me. What are your conclusion? Was this a good podcast? You know what? I have no fucking idea. I swear, but now that I'm sitting here and thinking about it, I feel like I could do a podcast 5 billion times better than this. But you know, but there's a little challenge here. Like I said earlier, I'm like doing a podcast completely alone can be a little bit of a weird thing. I think it depends on what you're doing a podcast about. If you just do a podcast about talking about life in general, it's easier to have multiple people because you can take breaks. I just have to sit here while having a cold. I mean, that's kind of my fault, though, for doing my fucking podcast or making my first fucking episode while I am kind of sick and I have like neck pain and I'm kind of fucked. That's on me, though. Yeah, I know. But, I mean, it could be easier, you know, if you have like someone to spar with, you know, like you talk a bit and then you can take a break a little bit and then it's your turn, boom, 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 you know. But, you know, I ain't doing that now. I'm doing my style. Like I said, I did it once, and I feel like the podcast I did with this other person, I think it went so well, but this other person was like, fuck no, I don't want to do this anymore. After 2 episodes. We made 2 episodes. Okay, by the way, that's my goal. My goal is to make more than 2 episodes. If I can make 3 podcast episodes or more, then that's that you know, I've reached my goal. I could stop doing the podcast with a good feeling, you know. But you know, we're gonna. I mean, 3 episodes. Come on, how fucking hard can that be? I have to be able to do that. Maybe in the future, I will be able to get guests or other people here. I don't fucking listen now. See, this is what I'm doing on a normal day basis. I just like to think about that stuff. You know, like this. Oh, what if I do this? What if this happens? What if this? Blah blah blah. But now, I'm kind of just taking it one step at a time, you know. This podcast is a little spontaneous. I was thinking about doing this podcast. I got the idea of doing it yesterday. Like, randomly. And then I was about to do it. But I was a bit more sick than I'm now, so I think it would have been a bad idea. But then I did it today, and it was like, you know, it's fine. But I'm still a bit sick, but I think it could be better. I want to try and do this podcast, like, once a week, I think. That's what I want to try. But that's the good thing about this. I have no obligations. I can fuck off after this one. Or actually, I have to make 3. That's the goal. I have to make 3, then I can fuck off. But yeah, I just want to see how it is, you know? Like I said, I used to do live streaming, but it's I think it's more exhausting doing live streaming because it's so long, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's enough for my first episode. This episode was not that good, but trust me, it's gonna get so much fucking better. I think. I have no fucking idea. Fun fact also, I am... maybe I shouldn't say this, but I am actually recording myself and everything while I'm doing this. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to put the footage of me talking on the podcast. Maybe in the future I will have like... Because I know a lot of YouTube podcasts, they have like... you guys know, they have like videos. They basically do like almost like a live stream, but they do it offline kind of. They basically have a video cam. They even like share their screen and stuff during the podcast. It's like a video podcast, but I wanted to just try and do it only audio first. Even though I'm recording myself, this is just kind of for fun. So I can go back later and like look at what the fuck I look like. This crazy ass mustache I have, looking like fucking insane. But yeah, that's about it. I think not now. Now I'm actually finished. I almost did an hour, actually, damn. But basically, that's it. I see you guys, I don't know. Maybe I will see you guys fucking later, I don't know. Maha!